Hi everybody. I noticed on YouTube that the famous movie guns of years ago aren't shown together on the same video. So out of my collection I put some of them together so you can gauge how big they really are compared to normal everyday handguns. Popular carry guns today are the Smith & Wesson J-frame revolvers. They are in .38 Special or .357. Years ago, they had exposed hammers, and Smith & Wesson named them the Chief Special. They made them in blue or stainless steel. My revolver is the model 442, shown here. It's basically the same as the Chief Special, but the hammer is not exposed. So I can tuck that in my pocket without it snagging if I pull it out. Otherwise, it's the same gun. Back in the 70s, a typical police revolver was the model 66 and .357 Magnum. My revolver shown is a pin and recess 66-1, just like those back in the 70s. But mine has a 2.5-inch barrel, while the police normally carried 4-inch revolvers, shown here. Still about the same size as the little J-frame. While revolvers from Colt and Smith & Wesson were very popular, other agencies used .45 autos, like what the U.S. Army used. Here is my Ed Brown 1911 shown here. So far the pattern here is that the handguns should fit one hand, and it's small enough to be carried all day without too much discomfort. In the movies, Hollywood loves to push the envelope. In the 70s, Clint Eastwood played a detective named Harry Callahan. Harry carried a big .44 under his jacket. Here is Dirty Harry's Model 29 and .44 Magnum. A later Dirty Harry film was Sudden Impact. This time, to add firepower, he brought out the .44 Automag. The Automag in the movie had a custom long barrel on it. If you ever see an Automag in person, they are fairly rare. They all came like this. Here is my .44 Automag. But Hollywood is Hollywood. So now to be ungunned, Charles Bronson in Death Wish 3 had a pistol called Wildey. Wildey was a .475 Wildey mag with a 10-inch barrel. Here is my Wildey Survivor, similar to what he carried in that movie, with a 12-inch barrel. Today the Desert Eagle is carried in many movies. Here is the Desert Eagle. I moved the guns around a bit. Now look at the Desert Eagle next to my .45. Look at the frame over here. Look at the height difference of the .45 next to the Desert Eagle. The Desert Eagle makes my .45 look like a .22. If I grab the pistol like you were to shoot it one-handed, my fingers just about touch together on the frame. It shows you how big this pistol grip really is. It's a huge handgun. The thing weighs 4.2 pounds by the book. And when you hold this thing, it feels like you're holding a brick in your hand. There's no balance to this pistol at all. It's a huge handgun. Quite powerful too. Here, I'll put the Automag and the Wildey Survivor together for the classic shot of two obsolete pistols that they're very hard to find. I almost think the Wildey pistol is harder to find, and they run even more money than the Automag will. The Wildey obviously is a bigger pistol, and when I wrap my hands around the Wildey's frame, as I did with the Desert Eagle, my fingers just about touch over here. So the frame is pretty much the same size as the Wildey and the Desert Eagle. The Wildey is more powerful than the 50 AE. If you get the biggest caliber, and if you're able to find bullets and put them together, the Wildey will be a little bit more powerful. The Automag here, if I take my fingers, it's a much smaller frame, more comfortable for me to shoot. But the Automag cartridge is also more powerful than the 44 Magnum, so each one of these will outdo the other in the power department. What's cool about these big auto pistols is that they share common features on the insides. For example, they all have double recoil springs surrounding the barrel. Like this Automag here, you see the two screws on each side of the barrel. That's where the springs are located. You don't see them on the Desert Eagle because they're built inside the frame. And the Wildey, of course, has the same concept with two large recoil springs built inside. Another feature I find cool about the Desert Eagle is that it has a lever right here that will you can drop the top of the barrel, remove the barrel completely off the frame quickly and easily, just like the Automag. So it's like Desert Eagle liked this feature, and they incorporated it into their pistol as well. I think as far as cleaning these guns, when you shoot them and you clean them, I think the Automag here is probably the easiest to clean. I would say the Desert Eagle is number 2. And the Wildey pistol over here, this one here is a mother to take apart and to put back together. The problem with this pistol is that there's a pin on the side. You got to push, like a 1911, you got to push this pin right here and remove it. Well, that's not hard to do. You got to grab that receiver and pull it all the way back. In doing so, you're fighting the spring tension on 2 springs. That's hard to do and drop the pin. Once you drop the pin, it's easy. To reassemble it, it's 3 times harder than taking it apart. I did it one time, and I think I'm going to take a vacation after doing it, because I think I pulled every muscle in my body putting it back together. Okay, everybody, that'll be a wrap. Thanks for watching.